Good morning.
We met with DC's new chief of police at MPD headquarters early this morning. But at this point, Pamela Smith had been working well before sunrise. Her days often start on a grim note.
They give me a little time to sleep, but oftentimes at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm up, I'm looking at what happened overnight, how many robberies, how many armed carjackings.
And I know there's a shooting investigation underway. As we're talking now, I mean, it is still early. What do you say to people whose reality involves this sort of violence day in and day out? I mean, this is how you're starting your day.
It's about our relationships, it's about our relationships in those communities. We conduct the public safety walks, and I think that it's time for us to do something different. And I have the mayor's support in being able to do that. And I ask people to just give us a little bit of time.
But for many families, that time is now. In a city where there is plenty of disagreement, it seems everyone feels the same about crime. It's bad.
It's gotten out of hand, way out of hand.
It sucks. I hate it.
State in harmony, very bad. I don't get work there, very bad, not safe.
The reality that we're facing here, looking at the crime stats this morning, you have 235 homicides.
Yes.
More than 6,000 car thefts so
Correct.
far this year. What do you make of those numbers?
So it certainly, those numbers are very challenging, very disturbing. There are a couple of initiatives that we're getting ready to launch.
Chief Smith says she's finalizing some of her plans with the mayor and will announce those new initiatives in a few months. In the meantime, she's meeting with council members, urging them to pass the mayor's crime-fighting legislation focused on retail theft, robberies, open-air drug markets, and giving police more tools.
What we have in that legislation are concerns from our officers, which will help us with morale.
And then on the contrary, you have people in the community who say, okay, this legislation, I feel like I'm going to be targeted.
That's the nexus that I've been hearing from some folks, is that, is this another opportunity for us to just go out and arrest black boys? This is not it.
Chief Smith says her department desperately needs new officers. As of today, there are nearly 3,350. Mayor Bowser wants 4,000. In addition to a $25,000 signing bonus, the chief recently met with apartment developers to see if they could offer police reduced rent.
I want our officers to live in the District of Columbia, but sometimes the rent is quite high.
While the work seems insurmountable, this ordained Baptist minister says she's also leaning on her faith. Chief Smith's parents were addicted to drugs. She spent years in foster care. So how did she get here? The first black woman to lead the DC Police Department? She says, hope.
Some other young girl, even young boy who thought that things were not possible. There's possibility in your hopes. There's possibility in your dreams. Even though I did not have a great past, but my mom, when she made a decision to really get herself where she needed to be, she was an amazing woman. She passed away in April of this year, and I had 20 good adult years, positive years, and even in her hospital bed was still calling me her chief. And now the nation capital can call me their chief.
Now the chief goes on to say she really wants to help our children. MPD is launching what's called a Blue Table Talk, inspired by the show Red Table Talk. Kids and teens will meet with the chief to talk about their concerns. And she also reinforced this notion that she cannot solve this problem alone. She needs all of us to contribute in some way.
I like what she was saying about we're going to have to approach some of these things differently, and having a bit of an open mind and doing some things differently, because obviously these numbers aren't going to change. Right. These lives aren't going to be saved if we don't.
The world has changed.
All right, good job. Good interview there.
Les.
All right.